Everyone, I hope your summers went well and that you were able to enjoy them in some way, shape, or form. I am Miss Hlebiczki and I am welcoming you back up onto the hill. So I'm currently standing on our front steps. I just want to run you through a couple of procedures as you enter in the school building. So if you are going to get dropped off here at the front of school, then you're going to enter through the main entrance. If you are parking in the student lot, you're going to want to walk up the steps and go towards the black box, and you will get your temperature checked there. So I'm going to go ahead and walk up the stairs, and as I get around closer to people, especially if I'm within 6 feet, I want to make sure that I'm wearing my mask. So as you enter school, you are going to see these dots on the ground, all right? They are all the way down the stairs. They are spaced 6 feet apart. So please be respectful and make sure that you are social distancing as we enter in school before we get our temperature checked. So I'm going to go ahead and enter in school here. And as I can see, as we're waiting in line, I see that Mr. Gary is right there. He's waiting to get his temperature checked. All right, so here's Mr. Shulkins, and he's going to go ahead and check Gary's temperature, and we're going to see if Gary is good. All right, and then we are good to go. So I can go ahead and then move forward, and I'm going to hand them my one-time acknowledgement of responsibility. I'm going to get my temperature checked, and am I good to go?
Good to go.
We're good to go. All right. So then, the stairwell by the office, this stairwell that starts right here and goes all the way up to the third floor, that is going to be the down stairwell. So if you continue straight forward, you're going to only be going down. If you take a left and go down the 100 hallway, you can see the arrows on the ground all the way. Stick to your right, and then the east stairwell that is by guidance, that is the up stairwell. So if I need to go up to my A period class, I'm going to be walking all the way to guidance and then go the up stairwell. So I have now successfully arrived on the second floor and making sure that I'm always walking on the right side of the hallway. So here I'm going to be entering Miss Grome's A period. So on the very first day, I'm going to go to A period, and Miss Grome's going to sit me in one of my assigned numbered seats here. So wherever my spot is, I'm going to be sitting there until everything gets cleared up and we are free to return to school how we are typically at school with the assigned seats and everything. So right now, just sit in your assigned seats, and if you have sort of vision problems or anything like that, make sure that you're at the front of the classroom and taking care of yourself. So we are going to sit in our seats, and then as soon as class is dismissed, we are going to be cleaning off our desks, sanitizing them, and then throwing away the materials on the way out, and then continuing out my classroom. If I need to travel from Miss Grimes on the second floor, which is now air-conditioned, then I'm going to make sure to stick to the right side of the hallway, seeing all my arrows all the way down. All right? Now, talking about a couple of the classroom procedures, every teacher is going to be slightly different. If you are in one of the classrooms that has successfully spaced out by 6 feet, then according to diocesan rule, you are allowed to take off your mask. Now, this changes depending on the teacher. So the teacher's comfort level, if you are spaced out, the teacher might still want you to be wearing a mask. So make sure that you read through the syllabus and that you're listening to your teacher in the first couple days of class as to what their procedures are going to be as far as their classes. Due to the lack of lockers, we are going to be allowing you guys to carry your backpacks from class to class. So with that in mind, when I'm in the classroom and I'm sitting in my desk here, I want to make sure that typically the students aren't going to be walking around, but the teacher is still going to be walking around probably to help you guys occasionally if you have questions or to hear you better, because it is a little difficult hearing with masks on. So in order to clear the aisleway there, try to make sure that your backpacks are as close to your desk as possible, maybe behind your desk or under your desk if you can, and that you know where all of the cleaning supplies are when class ends and when you have to sanitize. So the bell has rung, and I've already cleaned off my desk, and Miss Grimm gave me the go-ahead to head to B period. So I'm traveling on the right side of the hallway, keeping a respectful distance. And I want to keep in mind that some teachers have changed where their classrooms are. So as we can see here in the media center is now full of desks that are spaced with the correct social distancing of 6 feet. And a couple of other teachers have moved into air-conditioned classrooms. So just keep in mind where the schedule is and ask if you aren't sure where your teacher is located. I am now in the west stairwell heading down to lunch. There are going to be 4 lunch periods. That is to space everybody out enough so that you have enough space to eat with proper social distancing. So we're going to go ahead and head down there and take a look at what that's going to look like. So on the first day of lunch, my friend Gary was assigned seat number 10 here. So he's going to be sitting there until we are given permission for students to sit wherever they please. So he's expected to sit in that spot until otherwise told. And they will be running through all of the rules as far as the line for food goes, and as well as when you guys put up your trays. Now, as soon as you're not eating or drinking, or if you enter the hallways, you need to make sure that you have your mask on at all times when you're in the hallways, and that you follow the rules as far as masks go when you enter a different teacher's classroom. Now I've traveled down to my C period class, which is Geometry Honors with Miss Hlebiczki. So when I get to my different classrooms, I'm of course going to be assigned the seat every single time, but you are going to be handed out your books in those classes. In your A period, however, your very first period of the day, you are going to be handed your Chromebook for the year. All right, so per usual, if you guys have any issues with your Chromebook, let a teacher or let the teachers contact Mr. Osberg, and he will be able to help you out. In all your classes, you are going to be handed the Chromebook in A period, but in all your classes, you're going to be handed your textbooks. So make sure that you have a good, solid book bag to carry around those textbooks, and that you put your name in the front cover like normal. And listen to your teacher as far as the cleanup procedures go for every single class. So we are going to want to wipe off the desks, and every single classroom will have hand sanitizer just so that you can sanitize yourself after cleaning. And lastly, when we're getting ready to leave for the day, we want to make sure to listen to the announcements and all the instructions, of course. And then we are going to listen as to when our departure times are going to be. And then when we leave the building, we also want to remain socially distanced as well. And then once we get outside and we're socially distanced, or we're in the car with our parents, we can then take a deep breath. All right, we really look forward to seeing you guys and can't wait to see you in person. We look forward to facing this challenge all together, and we'll see you on Monday.